Combat Battle, Solo Queue, 8-0 against the Force deck. This is the power of the KEKKEI GENKAI in Shinobi Striker.
As many of you know, KEKKEI GENKAI are the abilities passed down through a clan genetically, which usually are rare and powerful. Depicted here are clips of the power of combining 3 KEKKEI GENKAI, that being Ice Release, Explosion Release, and the visual prowess of one who possesses the Rinne Sharingan. A literal 2v1, you can carry your teammates to victory utilizing this combination of Ice, Blaze, and Explosion Release. Some of you may recognize this loadout from my trash talking video. So I put on my Demon Hunter counter and I go into the operation room, because I'm about to get certain. Today, I'm going to break down how you can utilize these abilities as I pass down these techniques to you. Speak for itself. For starters, equip your Kusanagi and Senbo. Next is the clothing stats. This portion is what makes using these jutsu so dangerous. All geared up is your top, which increases your ninja tool damage. I'd recommend using this top skill whenever you're using jutsu that causes the enemy's defense to be lowered, as it will make your Senbon hit like ninjutsu. To accompany your deadly ranged artillery, Armed and Dangerous is the recommended bottom skill. Your accessory will be battle hardened without a teammate, and with one, use 1 in a million. And now, for the KEKKEI GENKAI. Icicle Swallow will help you deal with armored attacks, especially rushdown moves like Demon Hunter and Chakra Scalpel. Flame Lightning will help you with all other aspects, whether that be shields, kamui, armor, or running class of players. The recommended clone is Water. I have C4 Karura to complete the 3-stage KEKKEI GENKAI loadout, which is an automatic one-shot. Now that we've taken a look at what makes this build work, here's a demonstration that you might find interesting, an official 1v1. Here's the backstory on how I was forced to use my KEKKEI GENKAI abilities. With the release of Neji, the competitive Shinobi Striker community's Hyuga members declared another war on the Uchiha loyalists for supremacy over Hidden Leaf. I wasn't originally affiliated with either party, but fellow content creator Greyfang asked me to represent the Uchiha side on one of his live streams. A day later, I still had on the Uchiha tags when I ran into a full stack of Hyuga players during a solo queue. Soon after the fight, a post went up on the community page where a Hyuga member challenged me to a 1v1, stating he would now attempt to take my right eye. However, the picture displayed was a mislead, as I did fight this player in the match, and the results told a different tale. But now, the table is set, and it's time to fight for each other's eyes. My KEKKEI GENKAI versus his. The rules were simple, no scrolls, no resets, but I'd soon find out that that'd be to my disadvantage. So what you can tell from this first match is that we're both filling each other out. He's not using his best loadout, and I'm not using his serious loadout. So then, after I defeat him, he changes to what I would call his best layout, the straight Hyuga build, air palm, heavy boulder, and gentle twin step. So check this out. So here he finishes me off fair and square, but this was mainly just me checking out to see what jutsu he had, because he did switch classes. So now that I'm well equipped and know what he has, I switch my build and I prepare accordingly. So yes, right here, I go ahead and reset his jutsu, hit him with his charge attack, he with the sub, and then there it goes. The gentle step twin lion fist counter. And of course, because my ult is reset and I'm hit to the ground, he gets another free kill. So by this point, I'm fully aware of his strategy. He uses the air palm to close the gap. Then he uses his heavy boulder as a counter move. And then he has gentle step twin lion fist as a third counter move. Because it's basically a third ninjutsu because it charges so fast. And that way it takes away your ultimate option just in case you're trying to come back. And as you can see, without his ultimate, I figured him out and was able to take him out. But this is what I was talking about at the beginning of this 1v1. That having a no reset, no scroll match doesn't work to my advantage, because even though I don't really care about the scrolls, the resets is really important for range, because you can see that he's a healer type, so he has healing options, right? And just as you can see here, the bots are in the way. You got Sakura and Naruto throwing Rasen Shurikens and Sakura just taking me out of my combos and square studying me. So pretty much this was a free point on his end, even though Sakura dealt most of the damage. So yeah, definitely not in my favor when it comes to no resets. And so here we go again. And just like before, just the bots, they come over here and they get into the way. So right now we're having a pretty good 1v1. It's pretty even, and then obviously you can see Naruto throws a kunai there, and then Rasengan, and then look, there goes 30% of my health just because of that. And now we have to back off because of the bots are in the way. And this actually leads into the advantage of heal types and even defense types who can heal and get their ultimates quicker just by having this time to reset. So yeah, this definitely wasn't in my favor when the rules were in place, because yeah, the heal goes to the advantage of healers. So here are my thoughts. Even though I have the type advantage over him because range does beat healer, the conditions of which I was playing in weren't favorable for me since there weren't any resets. That means he was able to get free ultimate health after each match that he were to take me out, just because the heal tag gave a good chunk back to his ultimate. And yeah, so this match basically ended with him getting 5 kills over to my 4. So after the end of this match, we had a couple more matches. It went back and forth. After I figured out that these were his serious builds, the next match I tried a serious build and I ended up winning 4-2. Then the next match I went back to my non-serious build and then he won. After that I went back to my serious build, I win, and then, you know, back and forth. So we played a total of 4 matches at this point. 2 wins for me, 2 wins for him. And after this, I said, you know what, let's just call this the last one and call it good. And that's when I put on this build, the KEKKEI GENKAI. Just take a look at this match. I won't say anything.